everybody, it's Alex Newton from K-lytics ebook Market Intelligence for Success. This is our June 2015 Kindle Market Trends Report, and I wanted to give you a couple of highlights of what happened in the month. So here we go. It's June 2015. This is data ending May 31st, 2015. And the data has been published in our free K-lytics BASIC report. And I'm going to show you some of the highlights. So if you open the report, let's start with the first measure, which is sales. Let's look at the sales volume of the top 100 titles in each of the 28 book categories on Kindle. Not much that happened at the top of the rankings this month. The market continues to be dominated by romance, mystery, thriller, and suspense, and science fiction and fantasy. So no change versus the prior month in the relative ranking of these. We had a little bit more motion in the next tier, where children's book lost a position, so did religion and spirituality, while biographies and memoirs gained 2 positions this month, which is quite significant, and we're going to have another look at this genre in a second. So if we look at all of this over time, we've plotted here from June last year to end of May this year, 2015. And if you look for biographies and memoirs, which is this dark orange curve here, you see it's been fluctuating quite a bit in terms of sales rank. It's been up there, it's been down there, and it's just about to take another upward motion, as it seems. Now, and the biggest rise in sales rank versus the prior month, what we call rank momentum, we've seen in science fiction and fantasy, biographies and memoirs as just mentioned, humor and entertainment, and romance, all of them with double-digit percentage improvement in sales rank. At the lower end of the graph, the big losers this month: arts and photography, self-help, cookbooks, food and wine, and health, fitness and dieting. So this whole non-fiction arena seems to have lost this month quite a bit. Let's look at the average prices of the top 100 titles in all of these bestseller lists. Now, as you see, the top is really dominated by these 2 non-fiction genres: science and math, professional and technical. In fact, the average price is here more than $9. That is significant compared to romance at the low end of the graph, which reached an all-time low with $2.90 this month. So let me guide you through the complicated picture here. This is the categories by average price of the top 100 titles over time. We put them here in 4 batches, not as to plot all 28 in one graph. And here you see a couple of interesting things. Here on the left-hand side in batch 1, the dark orange, this is biographies and memoirs, and you see how prices have shot up over the last 4 months, now reaching an average of $8 in the top 100. And as just said, here are the 2 most expensive categories. The one here, professional and technical books, this dark blue, hitting a new high here. And also, as just mentioned, science and math here now at $9.50. And the romance books we just mentioned are here in batch 4, at the lower end of the graph. And you see romance has continued a long-term decline in prices and has reached its all-time low in this month. Probably owing to the competition, which you're going to see in a second, where we measure competition in terms of the number of titles in each of the categories, how many are available and how many new ones come in. In terms of how many are available, here you see what might have cost the low prices in romance. If you go to the very low end of the graph, you see here that the number of English romance titles now available on Kindle has approached 240,000, just short of religion and spirituality. And the next question is, which of the genres has had the biggest influx of new titles this month? The answer is on this page here, and you go to the lower end of the graph, because we plot big growth in book supply as something negative, so we put it at the lower end of the graph. And you see here, teen and young adult grew with 4.74% in book supply just in one single month, followed here by crafts, hobbies and home, 3.87%, education and teaching, a huge influx in new titles. And then the effort it takes to write a book, well, has obviously something to do with the genre. Is it fiction, non-fiction, etc.? But a simple measure which we look at is the average number of book pages that are quoted on the Kindle platform, which in some cases is the actual print length. In others it reads it's the estimated print length, estimated based on page turns on Kindle with certain font size settings. So here's the stat, not surprising. Comics and graphic novels, here the shortest titles. What is interesting is this whole growth in lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender related ebooks. A lot of them are short reads, and if you're interested in short reads, have a look at our homepage at K-lytics.com or actually the blog page, where you see our latest short read special report, which is up there for purchase. And not surprising, the longest titles you find in science fiction and fantasy, mystery, thriller and suspense, travel and history books. As always, you find all the key data summarized in just one table, so you have it at your fingertips. And if you wanted to take all these measures and compound them into one measure that shows the attractiveness of the genres relative to each other, have a look at our category power index, where we take all these factors on the opportunity side, sales volume, rank momentum and price realization, versus the risk or downside in any genre, the degree of competition and the page length, in a so-called weighted average. So this was it for our monthly update. If you want the K-lytics BASIC report for free, it's a free download. Go to K-lytics.com, which is k-lytics.com/free report, written with a hyphen, free report. K-lytics.com/free report. I hope you enjoyed this update. This is Alex Newton from K-lytics, ebook market intelligence for success. I look forward to talking to you the next time, and until then, happy publishing.